Hello, everybody. Meteorologist Hutch Johnson with a quick Sunday update. Tried to get this in on the halftime update. We have some very slippery travel. Share this with those that you know because freezing drizzle is heading our way. Heading home, well, we have a winter weather advisory. The latest begins right now.
Now, a Hutch's weather update with Chief Meteorologist Hutch Johnson. Brought to you by Robert Gibb and Sons.
Thanks to you. Thanks to my fine sponsors. This is a Sunday special update by, meteorologist Hutch Johnson. Thanks for joining me. Remember, I need your help following me on my Facebook account. Click the follow button. That helps me out a great deal. And also, I want you to share this message because those of you who have been traveling around, there's an icy concoction that has caused no travel advisories across parts of western North Dakota and very slippery travel conditions across the region. We'll go over everything real quickly here, but there is the layer of freezing drizzle working its way through the central part of the state. There's actually rain out in the far west where temperatures are a little bit milder, but still icy, thanks to the fact that our ground is still frozen. Now, this system's moving slowly off to the east and southeast. There's a little bit of snow showing up. Not all of this is reaching the ground. There are some cameras that I've seen, and I was out there driving around today, and we're seeing what's called fall streaks or virga, and it's precipitation falling from the cloud, but it's evaporating before it gets down to the ground. So not everyone is seeing this, but here's what we have going on. Let's go ahead and take a look here as we zoom in just a little bit closer. Here is a look where we're seeing some Stutzman County showers of snow showing up on the radar. We'll show you what we're seeing on cameras here momentarily. Washburn, just north on 83, north of Bismarck, south of Minot, seeing some activity. Speaking of you in Minot, the Highway 2 corridor, if you're traveling that, could get an icy mixture as well. And the ground temperatures there colder than they are down to the south. We're on Interstate 94. Things have been slippery today, and there's some rain showing up. With the dark green, I think some of that may indeed be reaching the ground. We'll take a look at the DOT pictures there. But first, let's take a quick peek at what's going on with regards to the National Weather Service issuances of advisories across our area. This is what you need to know as we head into the drive time home period. What was a winter weather advisory for the northwestern part of the state, you can see here, now has been extended into Lakes Country in Minnesota and the Red River Valley. Not an impact or a problem is expected up in Grand Forks, although any precipitation there that does fall will likely freeze on the surface of the roads, becoming slippery. So we do see the band of precipitation, these blue areas here. That's a winter weather advisory. What is it for? Let's go ahead and read together what it says here. But essentially, it's for some mixed precipitation, some freezing drizzle and freezing rain for our region until midnight tonight. And then it should slowly be exiting out of the area. And we'll have some areas of icing going on because wet roads will become slippery roads as well. Keep that in mind. Now, as we take a peek at what's going on area roads, this is what it looks like across North Dakota. Earlier, there was a no travel advisory out west that remains in only the northwesternmost counties up there as we look north and west. So here's a look at that. As we look up in that Crosby zone, that's where we're seeing that red county area and the red roads. Those are the roads. No travel is advised. Just stay home. Solid ice up there. Now, the purple area was in a no travel advisory. Now it is called a travel alert. Where you see yellow roads on the North Dakota map, that means icy or partially covered roads with ice. So 83 all the way from Bismarck right into Minot. Icy. The Highway 2 corridor through Minot, icy, as well as Highway 200 along and near Lake Sakakawea. So we do have some slippery conditions. Let's show you what's going on in the no travel advised zone up near Crosby. We do have just solid ice, even on the lens of the camera there. Nope, it's not crying. That's just ice. Look at the roads, just ridiculously slippery out there. So no travel advised. Please, heed these advisories. Stay off of the roads so that you don't have to be rescued. Here's a look to the east just a little bit, not far from Bow Bells. Let's see here. This road is the Kenmare area. And again, solid ice being reported on those roads up there. Williston zone, let's see what it looks like there. We've got some sun trying to peek through at the close of our day. One of the shorter days, as far as daylight hours go, of the entire year. Glossy looking streets. Now let's look at Interstate 94. As you look at the Beach, North Dakota area, temperatures here are significantly warmer. Look at the sun going to work on these roads out there. But folks, that looks pretty icy in spots. That's not just blotches of water. That looks looks like ice. So watch out for areas of black ice there. Here's 83 north of the Bismarck area, south of Minot, and it's reported to be icy as well. Get into the Jamestown zone. We have a crash reported out there not far from Medina, and let's take a look at what it looks like on the area roads out there when we look through the Medina area. So we do have traffic moving through here. It's just icy in places, so be very cautious out there. There have been some crashes reported today and a vehicle fire as well. I-29, the corridor looking pretty good right now, but we do have that winter weather advisory for our area and into parts of Lakes Country, Minnesota for tonight. Speaking of Minnesota, a quick look in this update on your roads as the Minnesota football Vikings are trying to take care of business right now up in the Northwest. The Pacific Northwest. But back here closer to home, roads are a little tricky here where we're seeing these asterisks in parts of Minnesota. Out near the Twin Cities is where we do have some crashes taking place. So traffic aplenty causing problems, but the Park Rapids area seeing a crash icon right there. Let's check in on the roads. Green doesn't mean they're perfect roads. Green means they're seasonal or seasonal travel. So keep that in mind. We do have some areas of icy road conditions. So let's end with a look at that radar and end with a look at our temperatures across the region and the drought monitor showing, I guess I just accidentally clicked this, but why not, huh? We still have extreme drought in the western and southwestern regions of North Dakota. Now, let's get back to the radar because I want to go over temperatures. That's very important when we're looking at what's going on here. Notice that in any of the images that I've shown you from the DOT, we're not seeing reduced visibility because of precipitation, but some of this is reaching the ground and some of it's creating freezing drizzle on area roads. Check out the temperatures that we have now and you'll get a feel for we're just skirting with the temperatures capable of producing those icy conditions. So the big warm up here where we saw just rain on the radar. Look at Dickinson, 41 degrees there, 37 degrees as we look in on the Glen Ullin area, and Bismarck is at 30. So once we cross over into this pink zone here, we'll call it, that's where the road temperatures, the surface temperatures, the bridges, your sidewalks, your steps, all of that, cold enough for any liquid precipitation that falls to freeze. Why is it raining when it's 27 degrees or 16 in Minot, 14 Harvey, 16 in the Carrington area? Jamestown, you have 19 and it's 10 up here near Walhalla. Why is it raining? This air down here to the south and west, that air is blowing over the top of the cold pool. The cold air is dense and thick. The warmer air rises above it. As it rises above, it makes precipitation. It makes clouds, and that's what we're seeing. The snowflakes will melt into raindrops as they are falling through this warmer pocket of air that is sitting above our 14-degree air. So that is what's going on. We have warmer air above us. That is called a temperature inversion. That's backwards from average or usual situations. Let me see if I've got any questions at all. But again, I do appreciate you passing the word along here. I'm going to update Hutch's Weather website, hutchesweather.com, so you can get the latest. But remember, whether I'm updating or not, you can always get the very latest road conditions on there by clicking on the road conditions tab, and you'll want to do that before you're heading home. Thanks for joining me, Marion. Thank you, Kathy, for watching. Nathan, good to have you on board as well. Arlen, good to have you on from Ashley. Hey, I just love the fact that you're watching from South Central North Dakota. I hope you guys are having a great season down there. It's been pretty interesting. The main challenge in our forecast as we go between now, Christmas Eve, Christmas Day, and the holiday even after is going to be fog. And we will have some areas of light, precipitation here and there. But I think fog will be a problem because our snowbanks here, as you can see, are cold. 9 degrees up there as we look up north of the border in southern Manitoba and the prairies, 19 Grand Forks. We will be warming up, but the snowpack in the ground is cold. When we have south winds, that blows moist air over our frozen surface, and fog is the result. And I've been talking about that for a week on Hutch's Weather. So that's what's going on now. Enjoy the rest of your football game. Enjoy your night tonight. Sanborn, North Dakota, good to have you on. I love it. Thanks for watching, Roger. It's a pleasure to have you on board. If you have any questions, just let me know. Jessica, notice it's not allowing me to send stars. I do not know what's going on. There is a problem with the Facebook platform. Only stars cannot be sent on my lives, I've noticed, because I cannot see what you see in the comment section. But I have heard that in the comment section, you cannot send stars on my live broadcasts like this one. But if you look for other things in my Facebook feed. So if you go to Hutch Johnson, Chief Meteorologist, and you click on that page and go there, then you're going to see some of my posts that are short videos, are not live. So if it says Hutch Johnson was live, that's not the one to watch. Watch one of the other ones. When you click on that, the comments there will have the stars feature capable. That's the only way that I've known that you can send stars. I do not know why that's taking place, and I wish it was working. Are you thinking dense fog in the mornings, Michelle? I certainly am thinking it's certainly not only possible, but it's going to be likely in areas, particularly in the Northern Valley where the snowbanks are even colder. Out here where we got 37 and 40 degrees, those temperatures will warm the snowbanks up a little bit, so they're not quite as cold. That way, when the moist air moves over them, we don't have that same effect. But that is what's going on here. Now, let's take a look at hutchesweather.com. I got a couple of fantastic photos uploaded by you, so let's go ahead and do this. I got to that have been uploaded. Beautiful scenes across the valley today. And in fact, here is a shot that was shared. Look at the sun setting in the sky. Isn't it beautiful to see that again? It's been a while, it seems. Tracy capturing this in Portland, North Dakota. Thank you so very much for uploading your photos. And now as we take another look, some fancy looking clouds in and around Grand Forks. And Brooke says, not sure why this happens, but I thought it was cool. So you got these different areas of cloudiness in the skies over here. Here we see this darker gray that's thick and then a break, and then you see some maybe higher clouds up here. So what you're looking at, sometimes we can see different layers of clouds in the atmosphere, and sometimes they're even blowing in different directions. But this one has a sharp cutoff right here. Almost you could draw a ruler line on it, Brooke. And what happens there, oftentimes it's clouds that are at different layers. The other thing is sometimes we can get a stratiform cloud like this one. This is a stratus cloud. It's kind of like a blanket cloud, not puffy and lumpy like a cumulus cloud is. This stratus cloud can sometimes undergo a breaking up because of sinking air, and sinking air can cause a stratus cloud deck to start breaking apart into smaller and smaller chunks, and that's what causes sometimes some of the cloud formations we see. As a meteorologist, I'm always asking those questions. I love it when you upload your photos at hutchesweather.com. Check it out for the latest on your road conditions. Notice that's right at this top menu bar here, road conditions. Push out at any time, you'll be able to see what's going on there. And if we go ahead right now and click on the road conditions, I'll let you know it's not just North Dakota. You can pick North Dakota, you can pick Minnesota, South Dakota, Iowa, Colorado, but not only that, our Canadian viewers in the prairies of Saskatchewan and Manitoba, I've got your links there as well. So icy roads, that's the headline. We do have some mixed up precipitation working its way through the region right now on a diagonal from the oil patch of North Dakota right through the central part of North Dakota, and it's heading our way into the Southern Valley primarily, where we do have ourselves an issuance of a winter weather advisory by my colleagues at the National Weather Service Forecast Office in Grand Forks, North Dakota. So winter weather advisory, we'll zoom in just a little bit to show you that it is inclusive of Becker County. It is inclusive of all of Otter Tail County and Wadena County also included, where we are seeing a little bit of stuff on the radar from Wadena and Park Rapids right down through the St. Cloud area. So one more quick check, just because we can here as I'm trying to get all of our bases covered in all of the areas here. Let's check into central Minnesota and look in the Park Rapids area. There is a crash reported. We did see some stuff on the old radar as we looked in on the, Wadena area. So if we will look down south near Wadena, what's it look like in Wadena? Ooh, those roads look mighty glossy in the Wadena area. So wet roads certainly, and temperatures cold enough for it to be freezing in a few spots. As we look on Highway 34, this is just off to the west of the Park Rapids area, and definitely there is some slush and some ice on the area road there as the sun way out on the horizon tries to peek through as it sets on our day. I'm meteorologist Hutch Johnson. I appreciate you watching. I'll have a forecast update later this evening. You can count on me for that, and we'll keep you updated as we go through our week toward the holiday. Again, the main thing to be concerned about as we go through the next few days, right up to and through the holiday, I think daily chances of fog. Some areas could have fog for prolonged time periods through the morning hours when we get a situation and a weather setup like we're having. So that's my gut feeling, and that's Hutch's hunch. For now, enjoy the rest of the game, and share this with your friends on Facebook so they get a chance to see it. Have a great evening. Drive safe. Check hutchesweather.com for the latest road conditions and your interactive radar anytime.